Welcome to part 10 of my full commentary on Westwood's 1997 game Blade Runner. This is Jack Everett, and we are continuing where we left off, and this is the beginning of Act 4, and I'm using the same save game that I originally did where I killed Bob just because that's what I originally started with and I don't want to change its mind. So now McCoy is going to be in the sewers. He's lost his spinner, so we can't quick travel anymore. But through sewer travel, we can actually get everywhere in the game that we could previously get to, even though McCoy has no spinner. So normally you don't really need to go here first, but I just want to show you this part of the map here. And we're in a tunnel here, which the tunnel plays an important role in one of the endings. But if we go up these stairs here, we're gonna end up in Crazy Leg Larry's. And if we talk to him, he won't have anything to say.
I hope you got paperwork for all these.
Yeah, the same old "are we kids or what" line. Alright, but we can go out here. And since we didn't kill Zubin, sometimes he will show up here. But he didn't show up here for us. Zubin can show up at various times in the game. And actually, I'm going to cut the recording short and just get a case of Zubin, and we'll be back once Zubin's here. Alright, I was able to get Zubin. So, here he is.
Hey, oh hey!
You remember me?
You chased Zubin!
But I didn't kill you, did I?
So Zubin will only let you talk to him about one thing at a time, so I'm just going to talk about each of these and load the save game in between each, just so we can see what he has to say. Obviously, Zubin wouldn't be here if we had retired him.
Listen, it's very important I talk to Clovis.
No way! You enemy of Clovis!
No, I'm trying to help him, and you.
We do good without you. Do good without anybody!
Alright.
Hey, you.
So, see, you can't talk to him again, but we can load our save game and we can talk to him about the other options.
You remember me?
Skip all this.
The girl. I need to know, where's the girl?
Girl?
Lucy.
She daughter. She with Clovis. You not hurt her.
Is she a replicant?
Daughter sick. Only 4 years to live. 4 years. Daughter, Zubin, whole family.
I know.
But Clovis, he fix.
Let's hope so.
Alright, and then we'll see what he has to say about Runsetter.
Hey, oh hey!
You remember me?
Yeah, we don't need to listen to that again.
Did you kill the animals?
He not pay. Bad to Lucy. Bad to everybody. Make people starve.
All those animals died.
He made Lucy do bad things. Lucy hurt. Clovis more angry.
Did he do things to Lucy?
Girls forced to do bad things off-world. Clovis taught terror better. But terror no better for young girls. Consider bad to Lucy.
Did he do things to Lucy?
Clovis said, Vincent love animals. Vincent still alive, so he hurt now. Know what pain is. Kill him. He not hurt. Just dead.
Alright, so that was disturbing. But nothing we didn't already know. Oh, also, I wanted to show something over here just because I never bothered going over here. But there's all these cool spinners up top of Crazy Leg Larry's roof. Especially this awesome one here.
That sucks.
But it's locked, so McCoy's sad that he can't have
sucks.
it. Alright. And then, I don't know if McCoy has anything
Locked.
to say about these other two.
Locked.
Yeah, he only cares about the sports-looking one, that it's locked. Alright, so let's go get back into the sewers. So one thing about these sewers is all sorts of dangerous stuff is just going to show up to come after you. like both Baker and Holly will start coming after you. Various cops will come after you. Rats will come after you. And it's if you have your gun out and there's a cop on the screen, a lot of times they'll run away. So you might as well just walk around in the sewers with your gun out. Alright, so let's go back to where we got kidnapped at. This room over here. And like, if there's no rat at the start, usually they won't show up. And we can click on the chair and McCoy will have some thoughts about it.
I'd seen chairs like this one before, and not just in my recurring dental nightmares. It was an old-time LPD soothsayer, a torture device used to elicit confessions out of hardened criminals. Its use had been banned for 10 years now, but most cops knew it hadn't totally disappeared off the face of the earth.
So apparently they were using that in 2009. And we can't click on it anymore. Alright, so I'm going to give a safety save right now, just in case something in the sewers kills me. And I also failed to show this before, but you can get to this screen in Act 2, but I didn't bother coming here because I knew you couldn't do anything yet. But you can get over to this platform over here, and there's this lever here that we can use to unlock the platform. But also, that bum that we didn't kill in Act 1, if we had killed him and put him in the dumpster, he would have come floating down here. Okay. But if we go in here, now if Lucy had been a love interest, Lucy would have been here and she would have asked us to give a VK machine, but it wasn't possible for us to get her as a love interest, so she's not there. But we can go back here to Ezo's basement and we can collect some better ammo. You'll notice we have 2 types of ammo now.
Someone had really torn the place up. If it had been LPD, the real LPD, they would have confiscated the entire stash. Instead, Ezo's off-world weaponry was still there, but all the police-issue firepower was gone. A little light started to flicker in my brain. Guza was the one measuring me for the frame. He set up a black market network, moving surplus LPD weapons through Ezo and the Green Pawn. Nothing wrong with a little graft, but when I started stirring the pot, the heat got too intense in the kitchen, and the sweat started coming. The picture was still a little blurry. Guza must have had some connection to Clovis and his group, even though he always claimed to have hated replicants. He wouldn't have helped out any skin jobs unless they had something really juicy to lord over him.
Alright, and then if we click it again, we'll get that ammo. Alright, and then
Nothing else there.
There's nothing else there for McCoy, but there's a cool fan over here with the light shining through just to show off the graphics. Okay. So, obviously up there is Hawker Circle. Up here, see, we got a cop coming after us. So the best thing is just run. Like, I don't like to kill the cops. I feel bad for killing cops. So the next thing we need to do is go to McCoy's apartment. And I've seen people do playthroughs and they think the game is bugged here where you can't progress, but in one of the playthroughs I saw, the reason they couldn't progress is because they never went to McCoy's apartment. So McCoy's apartment is over this direction, and then we go up here and we'll be to the ground floor of McCoy's apartment, and then we just need to go visit it real quick and see what happens.
McCoy, 88F.
88. Thank you.
Where's Maggie? Where's my animal?
Step off, motherfucker. Ain't no Maggie here.
She was here last night when I left.
You got the wrong place, Jack.
Hey, man, I live here.
I don't know what you're speed loading, and I really don't care.
Wait a minute.
I got no problem icing you if that's what you want, Jack.
And that is the end of that encounter.
Your floor number, please.
So that encounter bothers me on a few levels. Well, one level really. And that is, all McCoy's stuff is still in that apartment. Like, it's messy, there's photographs there, the Esper machine's there. It's like, obviously McCoy would know that that's his apartment, and yet that guy is there. Alright, and I will give another safety save just in case we get killed in the sewers. Alright, now you have to do that encounter to progress Act 4. So the next thing we can do is start exploring new areas of Act 4, and that is over here. And this again will be another familiar area, so where we need to go is over there, but I'll just show you what's over here because we can get back to Actually, we are going to do this, but this is how he leaves over here. You'll recognize this. This is where we first met Gaff, but that's not where I meant to go. Actually, I got a little confused as to where we were. Alright, so we'll head back into the sewers. And we're going to go over to this section over here. Oh, you know what? We're going to go back to Hawker's Circle real quick. I forgot. There is an encounter over there, actually. Hawker's Circle. Okay. We can go visit Runciter from Hawker's Circle. So we'll just go up this ladder here. And we can encounter Runciter in this act. Oh, and a cop, so we'll just run away from him. Alright, so now we'll have Runciter to talk to.
Oh, it's you. Did you find the girl, Lucy?
I've met her, yes.
Really? Is she in custody? I'll be happy to come down to the station and identify her.
That won't be necessary.
All right. I just wanted to ask her why. Why she would do such a thing. My precious ones are gone.
He knows why.
I cared for them.
Okay.
All of them.
Alright, so let's talk to him.
I wanted to ask you about the Tyrell subcontractors again. The ones down on DNA Row.
Detective, if I knew something, you can be sure I'd tell you.
I found an envelope in an apartment down in the Row. From your shop. Good chunk of chinion inside. You didn't lose an envelope, did you?
Huh. I don't think I want to talk to you anymore, Mr. McCoy.
Yeah, it was a lot of money. Enough maybe for a fake animal or two? Something big, even. Like a tiger. Bone marrow tests are getting cheaper every day. I'm thinking it'd be worth a little taxpayer money to check out those animals of yours.
Go away!
Obviously, the lab already checked out the animals, they already knew, and once again, McCoy is acting like it's the biggest surprise ever that the animals are fake. Now, we can force a confession out of him by just drawing our weapon.
What? Why?
You raped her.
What? Who?
Lucy.
That's ridiculous.
Go ahead, little man. Lie to me. You'll only do it once.
You're no better than those thugs who attacked me.
Maybe not, but I'm better than you. She's a little girl.
It wasn't like that. You know what she is. You know why Tyrell built her to look the way she does.
Bullshit.
It's true. Please, I wouldn't... Oh, you know I wouldn't have done that to a human girl. I swear it.
Now, depending on what evidence you have, McCoy will also just get a confession out of him about the animals being fake. So, clearly we can do a few things here. Put our gun away and
Listen
talk
up.
to him. He
I
won't
have
talk
nothing
to
more
us
to say
anymore.
to you, Detective.
Or we can just bury him.
Clovis wanted Runciter to suffer, but I wanted him dead. If there was a hell, maybe we both got what we wanted.
Alright, so if McCoy hadn't known all the clues about what Runciter did with Lucy, and I think if Lucy was human also, McCoy would have said something to the effect of, I felt bad for him because his animals were dead, and I think I was just putting him out of his misery. But obviously in this case, McCoy just thought he was a terrible person. Alright, so that resolves the Runciter situation. Okay. So now let us get back on the trail of moping around in these sewers here. And we probably are going to visit Hawker's Circle again, and I will show you why. Because it is the dumbest thing ever, but... Alright, so now we'll go over here. And we can go through this door. Go down this elevator. And watch the base of this elevator as McCoy goes down it, because the weirdest thing happens. It's just like a weird graphical bug. And you'll see it. You'll see McCoy flashed there briefly. Like, you could see his reflection there. His silhouette there briefly.
Private property.
Alright, so we got the bum here again. And we can talk to this bum.
Hey, Haven't I seen you somewhere before?
Always chasing. That your name? Chaser? Got that big dumb locks out the back of the sushi bar, remember?
Small world, ain't it?
Guess so. And again, I ain't the one standing in your living room.
Okay, so... what did I want to do? Oh, we'll just talk to him some more. Obviously, if we had killed him, he wouldn't be here. So we can ask him about the others.
You said another one when I came down the elevator.
Not a lot of people. Artificials.
How'd you know they were replicants?
Are you kidding? I can spot a skin job at 100 paces in the dark.
Describe them to me.
Sure you don't got that drink?
Maybe later.
Well, there's the Japanese guy with the coat and the glasses.
Not a replicant.
Skinny guy, blonde hair, ponytail?
Yeah, and the guy with the muscles and the funny hair.
Dreadlocks?
Again, not a replicant.
Right, seen him twice. And the two-headed guy, the fat man.
Fat man? The one I was chasing from the sushi bar.
Nah, the other fat man. You know him, rough voice, always eating.
Like, obviously it's Guza. And then we can ask him about the sewers. Well, we can ask him again about the fat
How many
man.
times you seen the fat man down here?
Bunch of times. Last time weren't that long ago.
What was he doing?
Collecting guns like always.
Handguns? A blaster like mine?
Handguns, rifles, a whole armful. Took 'em through that gate. Dumped 'em in the sewer. They're gone now. You sure you ain't got nothing to drink?
Can you describe him?
Yeah, rough guy. Bucks out orders a lot. Everybody listen when he's around. A natural.
It's like just so obvious that this is Guza, yet McCoy keeps
Let me ask
asking
you
him
something.
about it.
Cooked it be. Damn tasty.
Alright, so he won't talk to us anymore.
I'm talking to you here.
But if we just go back to Hawker's Circle, we can get that drink that he was asking about. Like I said, keep your gun out in case anyone comes after you. Like that rat there. That rat'll get you, and it'll get you good. That rat, it'll get you. This is your one opportunity to kill lots of things if you want to. Because you can kill endless supply of rats and cops, like this cop here, which may get me. That guy was there in my way. Ah, see, he got me. Alright, this is why you need to do safety saves. Anyway, it's actually not half bad. Put Runster out of his misery again. Can't believe that's the last time I saved. Alright, so... going back to talk to that bum again. Actually, I'm going to stop the recording and I'm just going to get back to here with everything ready to go. Alright, I'm back and we'll talk to this bum because we never talked to him about the sewer, so I figure I might as well show you what he has to say about the sewers. 'Cause if you...
This is where you live?
You could call it that.
You know your way around down here?
You got anything to drink? My throat's awful dry.
So all he really does is keep
You said
bringing up the
another one.
drinks.
Well,
We
How many
heard all
times-
this dialogue before, so we'll skip it, and then I'm going to stop the recording and pick up back when I get back to Hawker Circle. Alright, so I'm back in Hawker Circle. And if we hadn't killed Bob, we'd be able to go in there now, but then Bob is listening to the police scanner, so he would just shoot us on sight. It gives you enough time that you can shoot Bob or leave before he does, but that's what happens. Alright, and Mama Isabella will have nothing to say.
Thanks for your time.
Alright, but that's not why we came here. We came here to visit this guy here, to get that drink for the bum.
What's your strongest?
Purple?
Set it up to go.
What do you want, a to-go cup?
How about a flask?
Cost you extra.
Alright, and
You
that's
get
the
caught with an
last
open container on
time
the street. Ain't my problem.
we can really spend money.
It's for a friend.
I like how he says it's for a friend, and Indeed, it actually is for a friend.
Pour me one.
Alright, we don't need to watch McCoy buy that. But we might as well visit all of our old friends, I guess. We'll go visit the fish salesman. If she's even there, yeah.
Anything unusual happening down here?
Business slow today. But tonight my people bring over baby barracudas. Very cute. You should buy.
I'll pass.
Baby barracudas, very nice. She's probably going to give us the same line about the holidays.
How's business?
Good. Very good. Holiday.
Yep, indeed. Alright, so let's get back into the sewers, where we belong, and give that drink to that bum to see what he has to say. And I'm going to do another thing where I just save beforehand, because you only get to choose one thing, and you can actually keep going back for more and more drinks, but there's just no point. Oh, and McCoy's dead. He just randomly got killed by who knows what. Alright, so I am going to just stop the recording and get back to the bum. Alright, and I'm back, and we got to visit the bum. So, we can now talk to him about some more options.
Still thirsty, pal?
Mucho obrigado, senor.
Stay with me for a minute, pal.
So you can ask more about the Fat Man, directions. I'll do the Fat Man last, but we'll do directions
This place
first.
is a maze. Can you give me some directions?
This is the sewers, man.
So what, I just follow my nose?
Noses get a little overworked down here. No, this is the real city. The arteries, the veins, the blood. You can get to it all from down here. Just look for what you need.
Yeah, so that was utterly pointless. He just says you can get everywhere from here, which is true. You can get to every place in the game from this location.
AAA, you ain't.
But then we get that good line about AAA, you ain't. If we try to talk to him again, he won't talk to us anymore.
Let me ask you something.
Now, you could just go back and get another flask, or you can just shoot him. Like that. And the reason I shot him is because I gotta load the game anyway.
What smells in here?
And we get that funny line about what smells in here. Alright, so loading a save game. Let's go ahead and we can skip this part and we'll ask about the replicants.
You say this place is crawling with reps, and you're still hanging around?
Ain't too bad. You don't mess with them, they don't mess with you.
Uh-huh.
And then that's
Let me
it.
ask you something.
See, utterly worthless. So the best option to talk to this guy about is the Fat Man, but even
Still
then,
thirsty, pal?
you'll see, we'll get no new
Mucho
information that we didn't already know about. It's just more about Guza.
About that fat man you saw.
Your kid.
Huh?
No, you're his kid. That's what it is.
How's that?
Hell, I seen you guys together 3 weeks ago at the speech. You remember?
I remembered all right. Half the LPD had special duty that weekend working the security detail for Governor Colvig's speech, and Guza had been the lieutenant in charge.
Alright, so now that absolutely confirms that Guza is the Fat Man that he was talking
Let
about.
me ask you something.
And then he'll have nothing to say. Alright, so next comes up the worst part of the game. I've heard this described as the worst puzzle in the game. So what you do, and if you haven't noticed, there really aren't puzzles in this game. It's just a matter about finding clues and interviewing suspects. But here you kind of have to do a puzzle thing. So you run out there, McCoy will stop, then you got to shoot this rat, and then if you try walking across, McCoy will probably die. So I always back out and then go back in, and then McCoy will be able to go across. And now we're in a place that you may not recognize, but I'm going to save the game here just in case something doesn't work out. But if we go up here, you will quickly recognize where we are. We are back at Luther and Lance's, and we got the vid phone over here, and this doll has been running the whole time. So let's just shut it off. Okay. And Luther and Lance aren't there, but since they aren't there, we can access their computer right here.
Dump a copy of all the data in this directory to drive D.
And it didn't show what we got there, but I'll show you what we got. We got more, I have some filters on. We have gotten some more DNA information, the DNA for Luther and Lance. So you'll see we have quite a bit of a double helix forming up here for that. Alright, so since Luther and Lance aren't there, we're going to need to wander around a bit. And I will just show you a few things. Now this scene here, before I describe that location in Sebastian's building as my favorite, as the best set in the movie. Now this one here is my favorite screen in this game. There's just something about this screen that blows my mind. It's just like this big open space, and like I don't understand what all these things are that are going across. They look like walkways of some sort or something, and this space seems to go on forever in any direction. And so I just really enjoyed this scene, and I enjoy the audio from it. So we're just going to enjoy this for a minute and listen to the audio and enjoy the sights. Alright, so let's go back and see if Luther and Lance have appeared yet. Okay, so they're there. So now we can talk to them.
No, we tried that already. Look, we know that the adenine, thymine, and guanine cytosine sequences can be mutated in progress. Let's move on.
Hey, it's about time you showed up.
You know who I am?
Detective Ray McCoy. You're investigating Miraji's death.
And Eisendoller's.
Having any luck?
You're Luther and Lance?
Hell of a smart cookie there.
Take your guns and your violence elsewhere. We've got important work to do.
Alright, so there's a couple things that we can do here. I'm going to show you the short method real quick, and then we'll get into the long method, which will be the last thing we do this episode. Now, if you just want to quickly solve the case,
just a moment of your time,
pull out
please.
your gun here like this.
I'm sick and tired of people waving those things around.
Just give it up. You got no jurisdiction down here.
And then put a bullet in them. And then put another bullet in them just for good measure. Okay, and then click on them. Or eventually their computer should explode. Maybe their computer only explodes if you only do it once. Alright, so with that done, we can now click on this computer.
Nothing.
We can't click on the computer. We can click on this computer.
Yeah, what a difference a day makes. Guza had his fingers in as many rancid pies as possible. He was insatiable. He sold police equipment, ripped off criminals, and he even killed. And here were documents that proved it all. Depositions, photographs, video discs. It was the complete file on Guza, the dirty cop.
So these guys had some evidence about Guza.
That sucks.
And you can get it by killing them, or we'll load the game and we'll just talk to them and find out how they'll be willing to give it to us.
Clovis set me up, didn't he?
Whoops,
And
I
he
clicked
used
an
my
option
boss
so
to do it.
fast.
He's sharp, this one.
No question.
Tell me what you know.
How about we trade?
Our life for yours.
Keep talking.
Clovis has gone to see Eldon.
But he might not make it.
Still, the work will go on, with or without Clovis. Get us Terrell's files, the rest of the DNA data, and we'll help you.
You want me to break into the Tyrell building for you? You're nuts.
Defective, yes. Nuts, no.
I like that line.
You need us, McCoy. We can serve up Goose's carcass on a big, oversized platter.
Defective, yes. nuts? No. Alright, so they said they'll give us that file if we break in. Like, if we try to click on it now,
That sucks.
the computer's locked, so we can't even talk to them. But these guys have more to say.
The reps that killed Marcus and Miraji, they'll be looking for you.
You're a little late, Detective. They've already found us.
So why are you still walking around?
Because we're all part of the same suit of cards, you know what I mean? Eldon makes mistakes just like any other human. The difference is...
The difference is the old bastard doesn't like to admit it. No, he covers them up, pretends they're human, gives them a job at a stinking corporation, and then when they actually produce original work, he boots them out on the street.
You're saying you're replicants?
We finally figured it out. Clovis helped us see the light.
But that's ridiculous. Tyrell wouldn't design something like you. He wants perfection.
I told you we were a mistake.
Keep talking.
Clovis showed us our incept photos.
So what?
That's a pretty damn good argument, you gotta admit.
Photos can be doctored. It's not proof.
Clovis said you'd say that.
Alright, there's a lot of interesting stuff in these guys' lab. Like, there seems to be like a hand or a foot or something in this jar. So I guess they're working on all sorts of replicant type stuff. And we'll talk a little bit more to these guys before we call this episode good.
What are you doing down here?
Eldon shafted us, so now we're returning the favor.
We promised Clovis we'd be finished with this by the time he got back, so if you don't mind...
Alright, nothing to say there.
Tyrell says the 4-year lifespan can't be extended.
Of course he's gonna say that, but he's wrong.
Very wrong.
Very wrong.
We got the research right here that'll prove it.
Is it complete? Could you extend the life of a replicant right now?
Well, no. The 4-year limit is an integral part of every element of the replicant. Tyrell's dictate was that every body part would fail, and only the designers of each would know exactly how it worked.
Clovis has already unlocked the secret of the skin. That was Miraji.
Sebastian and Chu, they'd know about the central nervous system and the eyes. A lot of retrograde viruses were built into the eyes.
And Tyrell, he's got the basic DNA pattern information, but he won't just give it up.
Did you tell Clovis all this?
He didn't ask, he already knew. He knows all about you, too.
I like that line about how a lot of retrograde viruses were built into the eyes. That's like one of my favorite jargon things that these guys are talking about. Alright, we can ask about
Where's
more stuff.
Clovis now?
Gone to have a little heart-to-heart with Eldon.
He'll kill Tyrell if he gets to him.
Isn't that just too bad?
I won't shed any tears. Tyrell is killing us all. 4 years isn't enough, is it?
If Clovis snaps his neck, it'll be merciful and quick. That's a hell of a lot more than we've been given.
And then we can ask about Runciter.
What kind of deal did you have going with Runciter?
Don't talk to me about it. That was Lance's stupid deal.
We just wanted to make some extra cash on the side.
That probably had something to do with you guys getting fired.
I'm sure he wasn't too pleased.
Since Eldon's such a pain-in-the-ass control freak.
Did you meet Clovis through Runciter?
It was all just a coincidence.
And finally,
I got a little test
we
I
can
want
try
you
to
to take.
VKO.
You believe this clown? He wants to void Confus.
Sorry, McCoy. Shoot us or leave us alone. Let's get back to work.
So we're going to call that good for the episode today, but
Just
we'll
a moment
shoot
of your
them
time, please.
one more time
sick and
for
tired
good
of
measure,
people waving those
just
things
so I can
around.
show you the animation of the
Just give
computer
it up.
exploding.
You got no jurisdiction down here.
Alright, so if we just wait and don't shoot him a second time, I'm pretty sure this computer will explode. Yeah, computer explodes. And then we can still get the file.
Yeah.
Okay. But that's not how we're gonna play, because it's kind of mean to shoot those two guys. So, anyway, that's been this episode. As always, if you saw anything that I missed or you're curious about anything, leave a comment to let me know. And we will talk at you later. This has been Jack Everett. Thanks for watching.